I was using the IX500 a long time. Why? If you want to scan a lot of documents in a consistent quality, the IX500 was the go-to scanner. I especially loved the scanner because I was able to scan it directly to the clouds, for example to Evernote. So I showed you in another video already how I set up this workflow. However, the service for the IX500 will be discontinued in 2024 and it's no longer easy to get your hands on an IX500 because the new version, after years was published by Fujitsu, the IX1500, the predecessor of the IX500. So at the first look, we see there is a LCD display now. And to me, it was so obvious that it will make everything easier to set up and to handle the whole device. Oh boy, I was so wrong. Just before I went out and bought the IX1500, the CEO of Raven reached out to me and asked me to test their new scanner they just released this year. And I showed you this in an unboxing video of the Raven scanner, what I think about it, the first impressions. Now, after 1 month of using the Raven scanner, I can give you some conclusions here. So what I got from Raven is the Raven Scanner Pro. There are two more versions, the Plus and the Original, but I will just use the Raven Pro now to compare it to the ScanSnap IX1500. If you go to Amazon, you will see the Pro costs $100 more than the IX1500. While watching this video, I think you will realize why these $100 are really worth it. However, if you go for the original or the Plus version of the Raven scanner, even then, they're really awesome competitors to the IX1500, because even the smaller version's doing a lot better than the IX1500. I want to stay as objective as possible in this video, but I tell you, the new ScanSnap and their software really gave me a hard time to stay neutral in this whole thing. I will show you now what I mean. So the first differences between these two scanners is the LCD display. For the Raven we get an 8-inch LCD display, which is clear view, while the IX1500 4-inch display and is matte. And when we look on the back of these scanners, we see already a big difference, because the IX1500 has only a power connector and a USB connector. And those are here just here for the power and to connect the ScanSnap to your PC to set it up. Whereas the Raven scanner has the power supply, of course, and you have an Ethernet connector, so you can connect your scanner directly to your LAN to have a good connectivity, and you don't have to rely on Wi-Fi, although it also offers Wi-Fi if you want. Then it has an USB connector that connects to your PC, but also you can use these USB connectors on the back and on the side of the Raven scanner to plug in an USB flash drive. So if you have a formatted flash drive with FAT32, you will be able to scan directly to your USB drive. And I think this is awesome. And this is not possible with the IX1500. But even more, the connection to the PC. You need this for the IX1500 to set up your scanner. You are not able to set up your scanner without a PC or a mobile phone. So this means you need to install their ScanSnap Home software in order to set up the scanner. And you can only scan to this software. There is no train drivers there. However, the Raven scanner, on the other hand, you can set up directly on the scanner. You don't need a PC or a mobile phone or anything. You can set up everything directly on the scanner. However, you still can connect it to the PC because the Pro version of the Raven scanner supports train drivers. So this means you can scan with your Raven scanner directly into the software you need. So there's no other software needed to install in order to run the scanner. And I think this only is already a reason why the Raven has a big advantage here. I showed you in an unboxing video how I set up the scanner. So you just went in there and you signed up to the Raven Cloud. So this is just so you can receive updates for the scanner. And I can tell you, during this month I was testing the scanner, I got loads of updates to the scanner. And not only bug fixes, but functional updates. Like for example, you can set up several destinations where the document is sent to. You could set up to send it to Evernote and G Drive at the same time by just scanning once. And as I reached out to the company several times asking for other updates and community feedback, I know there are many more exciting things to come that makes life so easy. It is so easy to handle everything on the Raven scanner directly. Whereas when I tried to set up the ScanSnap IX1500, I was prompted with the first screen, telling me I have to go to a website to download the software in order to set up the ScanSnap. When I opened up the ScanSnap, it was asking me if I want to use it with my desktop PC, with my mobile phone, or with both. So I have to choose either. And I said, okay, I just want to use it with my mobile phone to be as mobile as possible. I don't want to install the software on my PC. Let's just pretend it this way. Anyway, on the next screen, it tells me to download the app in the App Store. Okay, so I had to download the app on my iPhone in order to set up the ScanSnap, and you could see already in the App Store the reviews of the app. It is below 3 stars. And the last update of this app was 5 months ago. So with the latest iOS 13 beta, it wasn't even fully functional anymore. However, I downloaded it and I tried to connect the scanner now with the iPhone. And on my iPhone, I was prompted to connect now to my scanner. After I did this, I got an error message. It's not possible to connect because another device is already connected. Until I figured out, oh, I just plugged in the USB cable into my PC, but I didn't install anything. It was just plugged in, nothing else, and it blocked the scanner already from connecting to my mobile phone. Okay, I took it out and it still didn't work, so I had to restart the scanner. After restarting, I was able to connect it to my iPhone app. And this iPhone app is doing nothing else than just scanning documents. This means once I scan it in there, I have to organize these documents on my own. If you actually want to set up Evernote directly scanning or G Drive or something like this, you have to do a tedious procedure to set this up. So you have to download the software ScanSnap Home in order to set up these cloud transfers. And the cloud is not even a web-based application or something like this. It's just an API transferring everything further. So once you scan, it will just send directly to Evernote or whatever you set up before. So I can tell you, while I was setting this up, I became so upset how complicated this is. With a device that was just released in the end of 2018, I was really annoyed, I tell you this. However, I made all the research before I tested this and so on, and I want to really show you the facts here instead just raging about the product. So I told you already, the Raven scanner can scan directly to USB, but it also can scan directly to email. So you can send out an email and it can scan to fax. You can fax it out directly from your scanner, setting it up in your scanner on the LCD display of your scanner. So I was trying to find a way to get the IX1500 to send fax, but it's not possible. You have to install a third-party app developed by a third-party company in order to get fax. And now I show you the moment when I decided I will send back the IX1500, because that was it for me. That it took about 10 seconds until the mobile phone was connected. And that's it. You have this big scan button here and you have a big X. And as soon I press this X here, we will just go back into this setup screen. We can go to the settings, but there's nothing else you can do with the scanner. And here it says ScanSnap is disconnected. To perform scanning again, select ScanSnap. So we have to reconnect it here in order to connect back to the scanner. Now it tells me the connection is failed. To connect to the ScanSnap, blah blah blah. So we have maybe to go here, I don't know. It is really annoying. Okay, it seems it's not working anymore, so we will restart. I just unplug it to restart the whole thing. There is no button I found so far to switch off the device. So I have to unplug it on the back, restart the whole thing, and maybe we just wait if it connects, or we will just try again manually if it connects. Okay, now it's connected again. Fun fact is, and as soon as I switch the apps, it just disconnects everything until I go back into the app and it will reconnect to the scanner. So this means in order to scan to my mobile phone, I need to open the app on my mobile phone. It's unbelievable. So I don't see why I should actually install the ScanSnap Home. I obviously have installed it because I used the IX500 before, but I never needed it. I set up scan directly to Evernote and I forgot about the software. But here, in order to run the whole device, and if I don't want to scan to a cloud, it is just not a good app if you want to use it with your mobile phone. So they reworked the whole software on the desktop and it is just working fine. But it is, you're stuck to the software on your desktop. The Raven also offers a software which is web-based. So you have a web application where you go to. There you can scan your documents as well. You have loads of different advantages like OCR as well, and you can prepare templates, things like this. I don't want to go into detail about this because I will do this on another video, but they offer it for free storage, and you don't have to use it in order to operate your scanner. You don't need to use it. You don't need to use the Scout scan your document. You can scan your documents wherever you want to scan it to. So this was the reason once I had this situation when the app was just switching off all the time, or the scanner was switching off and I have no scan button anymore, where I said, that's it. I will do this review. I will finish this review. I will send the ScanSnap IX1500 back, and I will keep the IX500 for now because this is still better than the new IX1500 in my opinion. Maybe you have a different opinion. However, if you look at Amazon and we go to Amazon.com, you might be surprised if you go to the ScanSnap IX1500, you open the product and you see there are thousands of positive reviews. However, don't be fooled, because if you go to the German website, you will see it is different. It is below 4 stars, the reviews of the ScanSnap IX1500. And if you go to the reviews, you see there's a lot of 1-star reviews. Disappointed people who thought there would be an upgrade of IX500, but been disappointed. Many expected a standalone solution, which is obvious if you have a LCD display on your scanner. Why don't you allow people to set it up directly on there? It's like back in the times when you had to connect your iPhone in order to set it up. It is ages ago once Apple decided to make it easier for people to set up their iPhones without any connection to any other device. So we are in freaking 2019 now. I expect something else from a new product like this from a big company like Fujitsu. However, I went back to Amazon and I was curious about all these positive reviews. If you go down there, you just realize something. That this is a combined product page. So it offers the IX500, but also the IX1500. And if you go through the reviews, you will see some reviews about the IX500 and you see reviews IX1500, and these reviews are combined. I think that's something Amazon has to work on. So it makes it easy to, for example, select the product that was reviewed to see the real reviews. So I just picked out 2 or 3 from these, and you see there are also only 1-star or 2-star reviews for the ScanSnap, and people are really disappointed of this upgrade. So it is the same as I saw on the German Amazon website. So just talking about more of the specification facts, and one big difference between the ScanSnap IX1500 and the Raven Pro scanner is the page per minute speed. So this means how many pages it can scan in full color within 1 minute. The Raven scanner has a speed of 60 pages per minute. So in order to check this out, if this is true, I prepared something here. I printed off 50 pages of my ebook. And I will just, make a speed performance. Who will cross the finishing line first? With 25 papers and 50 pages, I think we will really see a speed difference. I hope so. So let's just check this out before I come to the conclusion. I have to open up the app in order to activate my ScanSnap here, while the Raven is already ready to scan. So to make it easy for both, I will just go for 200 dpi for both scanners. and colored and see how fast it is. Let's check this now. So you see already the difference, how fast this goes on the Raven scanner compared to the ScanSnap. So it is still scanning. However, I have to say, as soon you go up to 400 dpi or 600 dpi, it is pretty slow at the moment, because it's really making sure it is scanning properly to reach these DPIs. However, I'm sure they are working in the back on improving the speed here for the DPIs. So here, it was now slower than the Raven scanner. However, if you set up this to best quality, it will scan just the same speed as you saw just now. And here it will just get slower. So please believe me, I was giving myself a hard time here, because I really wanted to make an unbiased video about the ScanSnap IX1500. Especially because the Raven scanner was sent to me and I already made the Raven company aware of that I'm a really honest reviewer and I will give them a hard time if I don't like their product. That's what I told any company sending me stuff over. So they have to agree that I can say whatever I want and I don't need to say anything they like me to say. However, after testing the ScanSnap IX1500 and having the Raven scanner on the other side here, it was a simple decision, to be honest. And I think you saw the reasons here as well. I wish you could just test both next to each other, just the handling and feeling of the whole thing is worlds between. And there was one last thing that took me over the fence to the Raven company. That was their support. They offer 24/7 support via chat. You can reach out to them, you will get answers directly. And I reached out a lot, asking lots of questions, challenging them, and I told them, like for example, scanning documents to different destinations at the same time with one press of a button, things like this. They just released updates implementing this. And if you go back to the unboxing video, you see also in the comments, they answered each question about their scanner. So I reached out to the company again, to the CEO of the company, and I said, I want to collaborate with you. I want to support your product because you actually have something great there. Something that is very well thought through and that is honest. Because I think people who were using the IX500 for so many years been fooled getting an IX1500. And this is my personal opinion. So many people expected it must be better than the IX500 now and been disappointed. And I think that's not a good way to work with the community. If you're in my paperless movement community, you know that I reach out to you out there before I even start creating a product. I ask you, what do you need for the digital journal, for example? What do you expect? And then I will take the general opinion and make the product out of it. And for companies like Fujitsu, I would expect something like this. What people are doing the quality assurance, are they not allowed to say anything critical? I'm not sure. Why do I think this? Because this product doesn't seem that there was a lot of effort going into this product. It feels rushed out. Maybe the hardware is okay. I don't want to rage about the hardware that much, except that you have only one connection and so on. These are things that are just, more features there, less features there, it doesn't matter. But it is the software and the way people are treated and forced to install this. Not everybody is an IT specialist to install their scanner. So I think customer service, user experiences, these things are crucial to make a successful product. And more companies losing this side of you. To me, it's the most important thing that my customers are satisfied. That's why I'm offering 100% back guarantee for all my products. Doesn't matter if they're digital or not. And I get the same feeling for the company Raven. If you reach out to them, they will give you answers. They are willing to help. It's a company based in USA. I think it's 15 people now they're working, and I will go a bit deeper there. I will just check out who is actually behind the scanner, what is their spirit doing all these things, and I'm really thankful that they are offering such a good alternative to such a piece of